almost out of here, Dan.
There's rats in the ceiling, and they keep trolling me with the old mouse traps. I said,
get good, dude.
No, instead of putting the cheese, they put goddamn chicken nuggets. You want to know how many times I phoned for this?
Not enough time.
To learn my lesson. No.
That's why I've stopped eating chicken nuggets and have taken in eating this wonderful Tunisian cuisine. You're too busy eating at Tunisian McDonald's.
Hey, give me a break. I'm trying to get the Moroccan salad.
Anyways.
On to a new episode of TaviRadio SatAM. I'm your host, Tavi followed by my co-host, Lycan Bones.
The wolf bone himself.
The Bone Man himself.
The Bone Man himself!
I mean, dogs, red rockets, whatnot.
Yeah, we bury them in the ground and the bone tree grows out of it. We call it the bone zone. End of story.
On an actual side note, my own dog, he started burying bones in the backyard, and he comes back from it before we go back into sleep.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
It'll be 6 o'clock and he'll put a bone in the backyard. And when I tell him, alright, we're going to lock up everything, he runs quickly to the backyard and brings the bone with him inside.
That's so weird. Has he killed any possums lately?
No. We haven't had a possum.
I almost did.
We haven't had a possum problem in a while in the neighborhood.
Well, I almost did. I was driving to work and the possum was crossing the street and made me swerve. These little motherfuckers don't hobble fast enough to cross the street. They have no business. Also, seeing a possum move is frightening because they're in between. They move like giant rats.
Rats.
They kind of look like giant rats, but they're marsupials.
I'm the biggest rat.
Do you think Rocket Raccoon would be a much more likable character if he was Rocket Opossum?
I wish Rocket Raccoon had his weird accent from Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom, not the Bradley Cooper sounding ass he is in
I like Bradley Cooper though.
Here's the thing, I don't mind it, but in the Marvel vs. Capcom 3,
I know
when he has I think it's Australian, right?
It's like a British accent or something.
Yeah, it makes him sound like a cool guy, but now in this one he's just this guy's just trying to be Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, because he is Bradley Cooper. Also, the fact that Bradley
Cooper doesn't voice him in the game.
Oh, okay. Isn't it weird? Is it weird that whenever I hear is it weird that Bradley Cooper voices Rocket Raccoon and nobody talks about it?
At least he's not playing any more racists.
He played one dude in a movie called American Sniper.
Yeah, but
there was never a scene where he shot black people after Hurricane Katrina. Though they cut those scenes out because it was probably a tall tale by a man who's too full of himself.
Yeah, but when are we gonna get the George Zimmerman story adaptation where Bradley Cooper plays George Zimmerman
and then kills Trayvon Martin, and then
Trayvon Martin, who's played by Donald Glover?
Wow, for one scene. Unless we follow Trayvon Martin in his life, kind of like Fruitvale Station.
A little bit.
That'd be cool. I'd actually watch that movie.
That'd be an interesting thing.
And then you watch George Zimmerman's life go to fucking garbage because he deserves it.
There is no hero in this story. Just a tragedy and a fucking garbage man.
It's funny because I guess somebody posted that he was complaining about how his life is ruined after what happened. Just
you brought this upon yourself, you fucking asshole.
It's like I can't get a job. No one loves me. It's like, hey, guess what? Trayvon Martin's dead.
At least you're not him.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's your fault,
asshole.
I had a coworker who defended George Zimmerman around the trial time. He's just like, "What would you do if this guy was trying to molest you or something?"
Trayvon Martin wasn't trying to.
I know. It's just what the fuck is your? Anyways, let's get out of this. Okay, let's.
If we had to make for some fucking reason, incels got a Elliot Rodgers movie, who would you think should play Elliot Rodgers? Just give me an answer.
Okay.
Who should play Elliot Rodgers?
Jesse Eisenberg. Or Miles Teller.
I want to say let's bring in Monkey Jones.
Fucking he must be happy about this whole incel thing.
Oh no, he's had to say this before. Everything he does is a joke.
Yeah, but...
So when he hears about all this incel nonsense about patronizing Elliot Rodgers, he does blame himself for this. but at the same time, he completely doesn't agree with all of them.
Well, yeah, because he wants to prove that he does get the suck and these guys don't. I mean, again, the one solution: why don't these incels just fuck each other? What are you fucking like, stupid?
It's like I was trying to tell you this the other day. I'm gonna tell you this story between that Keith Rogan and I have talked about. So we have this like friend of ours called we call him like Railgun. He doesn't listen to the podcast, so I don't give a shit.
Okay, cool.
Most because he's a dick anyway.
He doesn't listen to this podcast. Hey.
No, he's just a fucking weird asshole.
Here's a new fact I found out about that Tav just revealed to me. If you don't listen to this podcast, you're a dick.
No.
Well, to be fair, if you don't listen to this podcast, I think you're a dick. You should listen to the greatest podcast on YouTube of all time.
Yeah, fuck you, Joe Rogan.
Fuck you, Joe Rogan, Mega64.
Hey, no. Rocco's my patron saint.
Rocco's your patron saint, but I feel like their podcast is garbage.
But
Look,
just because Eric Bador left doesn't mean anything.
No, I'm happy he left. Get good riddance to bad rubbish, but then again, now who's gonna keep those boys in check?
Hey, he's like, hey guys, we're almost out to the time limit.
Yeah, go fuck yourself, Eric. No, go fuck you. He's got the chair. We're better. Well, I don't think we're better than the co-optional podcast. Actually,
no, they're funny.
Okay, let's actually before we move on, let's have a little moment of silence for, and we're not joking, guys. Total Biscuit, aka Mr. John Bain, recently passed away. He's a cool dude. I know a lot of you guys out there probably thought like, oh, he was a dumbass and SJW. It's like, no, like he was cool.
On like an actual real note about Total Biscuit, a lot of the stuff that he's done has inspired me throughout my teenage life.
Yeah.
So, if anything, it's because of people like Total Biscuit and the Jimquisition, Jim Sterling.
Yeah.
That have like kind of made me see the eyes of like, wow, game journalism sucks, and these guys are like probably the only good ones. Yeah, you guys can point out like there's guys similar to them, but at the same time, they're the guys. They're
telling it like it is.
Yeah, and not these game journalists who get paid like $10 and get a free copy of the game. It's like, all right, boys, have fun.
That is the problem with game journalism, is that it is like, how can you like write about games but also like run banners for the same fucking game on your website?
Exactly, like
it's slowly getting better.
You don't expect BioWare to put up their ads for Mass Effect Andromeda.
Yeah.
And then like have the person say like, yeah, this game sucks dick. It's 5 out of 10 because honestly it does. It's really bad.
Yeah, I mean, again,
but instead, like people like IGN or like whatever else have to say like, nah, it's an 8 out of 10, and then you see like, oh, I see why, because they pay for your advertisements, they give you food on your table.
Yeah, but I mean, again, there's a lot of things that need to be fixed about game journalism. But anyways,
I mean journalism in general, but that's a different topic.
It depends. There's a lot of good journalism out there. You just gotta know where to find it.
Not Alex Bones.
Is he journalism?
He's
not a journalist. He's an asshole who has a platform.
He's the human embodiment of the Pokemon Muck.
Yeah. No, don't insult Muck like that. He was cool. Anyways, so yeah, let's have a moment of silence for Total Biscuit. He was a good boy. So yeah. Well, I hope he's found peace. And I'm glad to see that, like, you know, he pretty much set everything up so his work and his channel can continue without him. So I wish luck to his wife in running his like YouTube channel and his streams. So
there was sadly kind of like this. There were a lot of things coming out about Total Biscuit. Were like, oh, but he wasn't being very nice to his wife. I'm like, the guy was like stressing out. Like people stress out, and sometimes they like crack on people. He didn't like abuse her. He just kind of like, you know, sometimes it's only human. Yeah, I mean,
also, you know, to be fair, that's between him and his wife. If his wife comes out and said, "Oh, TB was," I mean, she wouldn't agree to like continue his work if
that wasn't the case.
That wasn't the case, I mean, unless like if he died and then just like, he was actually kind of a monster and I'm not going to do what he said, that's a different case. But we're talking about.
But people are like, oh, but he was like.
That's up to him.
He was stressing out his wife, and he yelled at her, like, I would think, like, once or something, because they were both stressed out, and he just kind of cracked. I'm like, that's just a human thing sometimes, guys.
Yeah, like, guys, I'm sorry,
like,
but
come on,
you
sit there in your basement and you haven't yelled at your mom for not bringing you chicken tendies that fast?
Yeah, come on. I mean,
so shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I mean, we've all yelled at our loved ones because they couldn't get us chicken tenders. You know.
Yeah.
It happens. You know, like I'm sitting there in my bed, completely nude, and I need my girlfriend to like clean up my bedpan. I yell at her if she doesn't do it. You think I'm gonna do it? You think I'm gonna touch my own poop? Hell no! I'm a man of class.
A man of ass or class?
Both. But I ain't touching my own.
Oh man, that's the 10th TF2 class. Ass.
Oh shit.
The ass man.
Is it just Kisaragi?
Yeah. They put him in the game.
He has a backstab mechanic, but he just eats your ass.
It's not even like a sexual thing. It looks like that scene from SpongeBob where like the giant bullworm eats that dude's ass. You just see this giant chomp outline thing. That's literally what Kisaragi does.
That's what I want to see. Anyways, yeah. So sad to lose a man, but I mean, he fought the good fight for the longest time. So
oh my god, it was a big, arduous battle with cancer, and it's no easy feat. So
yeah, I know.
Hats off to him.
Yep, and he had I love the way that he was always drawn in the co-op podcast animated, where he had a top hat. That was cool.
If anything, at the core of his character, he was a gentleman.
Yep.
Anyway, I gotta explain this weird gay story.
Okay, tell me about your gay story.
All right. Well, it's not gay because it's not on the moon. But anyway, everybody knows that it's not gay if it's on the moon, guys. Come on.
I thought it would be gay if it was on the moon.
No.
Didn't you watch the movie Moonlight? It's all about that.
No.
Sorry, the gays took over the moon, according to Moonlight.
That's not what the Moonlight was about.
Oh.
Moonlight was about how some movie about singing and who was in that movie?
That was La La Land, you torb.
Yeah, Moonlight was about the movie about how La La Land stole its Oscar.
Okay, tell me about
all right, so Kisaragi and I have this weird mutual friend that he introduced me to because he played BlazBlue. Even though this motherfucker, I gotta say this, he is such a fucking weirdo. First of all, this mofo apparently goes to Arcana Heart tournaments.
Wait, isn't there like a...
No, there's no Arcana Heart competitive league, especially in the middle of Arizona. Are you kidding me? Arizona's banned Arcana Hearts.
It makes me think of the Super Best Friends episode where they play Arcana Heart and they all talk about their mutual friend who's friends with Plumber Boy. What's his name? The kid who's part of their group who's always waiting for that plumber to show up. Liam, yeah, Liam Neeson. Anyways, Liam, their mutual friend who mostly plays their Arcana Heart with Liam. They went to a video game tournament at some like video game store, and they were the only ones who wanted to play Arcana Heart. Everyone else is just like, "Yo, man, are we gonna go to jail?" That's one of my favorite episodes, by the way, because all their jokes about like, "Yo, I think I can hear the sirens calling."
I don't know. Guys, let me paint a picture of this fellow for you.
Go on. Does he look like this action figure that I'll take a picture of right now and then put up on the screen?
No, that's more like.
Is what Kisaragi looks like to you?
No, this is what Saber looks like.
And is this Kisaragi?
That's Robo Turumo.
Oh.
Cyber Turumo.
Oh God. Is this Mega Elephant Armor Terumo?
Yeah, actually no, that's more like Mega Elephant Armor Jaw. That's kind of his color scheme.
Finish your story, and I want to show off the merchandise for these action figures for the TaviRadio podcast.
Okay, so let me paint a picture of this guy for you quickly.
Okay.
Greasy looking mofo.
Greasy,
He has a ponytail.
This is sounding bad. Go on.
See, let me tell you this right now. You're not bros with a guy until he shows you his body pillow. This mofo showed me his body pillow.
What's it of?
Pappy the Harpy. And it's nude on one side.
I don't care if the think she's legal. If she look like 18, you going to jail.
She don't look like 18.
She don't look like 18. She ain't 18. I don't care how.
Anyway,
I don't care if she's secretly 500 years old. You're going to jail, you motherfuckers.
So
get away from Kana.
So let me also paint this image to show you how salty this guy is. So at the first such anime that Kisaragi and I went to together, we decided to prank him because we had a copy of Arcana Heart on disc, and just a copy that we still have.
Okay.
We decided because there was no plates in this is the pizza store from Jod, where he brought the pizza store.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
From 7-Eleven. We decided we literally had no plates, and Kisaragi didn't want to use a napkin, so he pulled out his copy of Arcana Heart 3 and used that as the pizza plate.
Good job.
So we were like, this game is so worthless. It's just a pizza plate. That's a joke.
Not even a good one.
No, but anyway.
Can't be microwaved or anything.
No. By the way, so fun fact about that thing, we keep abusing that every sec anime, and that mofo, and it's still kicking. We literally doused this thing in ranch last time.
Oh, it's a game that won't die.
It literally won't. I still have it on my shelf.
Hey, it's pretty good.
But anyway, so we sent him an image of Kisaragi using it as said pizza plate, and he responds to us at like 3 a.m. He's like, I don't understand it. This is funny to you. I'm like, and then we asked him like, why are you up this late? He's like, I'm preparing for an Arcana Heart tournament at 6 a.m. I'm like, Kisaragi both looked at each other like, what? And we told him, can you say that one more time?
Who's playing and I was hosting an Arcana Heart tournament at 6 a.m.
People in Arizona, fucking weeaboos in Arizona, I guess.
Who don't want to get caught with the police.
Yeah. Everybody knows cops don't wake up till 8 a.m.
Yeah.
They gotta hurry up. But anyway.
We got 2 hours to make this tournament work. It's all speed battles.
Single elimination.
One round, 60 seconds.
But anyway, that's the image I want to paint for this guy. Like, what do you already see?
No bueno, my friend.
Stuff. Luckily, you're not a man.
You're scum.
Which leads into my next thing.
He got crushed by a pillar by some orange cat man?
No.
Ah.
No, it's the whole he's not a man part. But anyway, so Kisaragi and I were talking to him, and he starts going on about how him and his like friend group don't have girlfriends. All right. So they're kind of like incels, but they're not as bad as them yet. I haven't checked in on them in a good while.
Keyword.
Yet. So. Oof. So he starts telling me how he wants. He starts telling Kisaragi now how he wants to get gender reassignment surgery, so he can be a girl for his group, and so they can all smash. So it's your idea of the incels. Why don't they just fuck each other? As Kisaragi and I have said...
Look, guys, you don't have to have one of your friends become a woman. Why don't you just accept to love each other as you are?
I mean, he also says, like, oh, guys, I kind of feel like a woman sometimes. My sister tells me
so it's like so it's like, go tell your sister to fuck herself.
I think your sister's just trying to demasculine you, dude.
I think your sister's mean and just... Also using her own gender as a way to mock you. That's horrible.
Also, let me just put on a side note
True feminist.
That he said that he's been quoted many times saying that his sister's hot. And Kisaragi just kind of been like, ugh. Why are you saying that to you? What are you saying about yourself? That sounds like something Kisaragi and I should be saying, man.
Look, man, only we can judge whether or not your sister is hot.
Not you.
Not you. That's not for you. You could say, oh, you're looking good today, sister. Because I support you and you're a good person and I love you as a sibling. But you don't say like, looking like, hey sis, y'all is looking like a snack.
What's the matter, Johnson?
I feel a disturbance.
But yeah, pretty much this guy wants to become a girl just for his friends to get sympathy fucked so they're not virgins.
Just learn to relax your buttholes and get up in each other's guts, you idiots. You don't do this, man.
You really think these guys got Magnum Dons to get into the guts?
You don't need a Magnum one. You just gotta like...
I don't even think these mofos can reach the prostate.
Well, they can try. I'm just saying, I mean, there's a lot more than like actual ass penetration that goes into this. I mean,
by the way,
there's a lot of
according to TaviRadio, he's talked to his friends that are in like his other friend group, and I haven't because I've just been lucky enough to like not been able to. But anyway, on that side note, he wants to become a woman just so his friends can fuck him instead.
Lame. Ugh, don't take one for the team, you idiot.
That's pretty much what he is. Oh, by the way, this mofo, when he plays BlazBlue, he's like, alright guys, no astral finishes. Literally, if we get an astral combo on him, which is, the insta-kill thing, he leaves the game. He should have boots back to lobby.
Stupid.
He's like, no, I don't want to waste my time looking at it.
That's dumb! It's part of the fun of the...
Listen up, man. You're just gonna disregard the fact that TaviRadio just did a big long combo to set up into this thing?
Yeah, that's lame. Anyways, on a much lighter note, Dad, let me show you the prototypes that I bought from the dollar store.
You bought from my store, right?
No, the dollar store. Of the TaviRadio action figures. Okay, so I got... no, that's not the one. So I got Yuri right here. And he's got a paint over the beard. No, oops, sorry, that's not Yuri. This is Yuri.
Looks more like kind of Saber.
Oh wait, sorry, that's my Saber action figure. This is the one for regular Terumo, pre-Cyber Power. This is the one for you.
Man, I'm looking swole.
Yeah, you got a mask on too.
How come we all got the same hands?
I don't know. You gotta hold your act. You gotta hold your You gotta hold your
machine gun ladder.
Here you go, Tab. You come with a ladder.
Why? Where am I climbing?
No, you gotta fix a light bulb or something.
How many tabs does it take to screw in a light bulb? Question of the day.
And then you got Jod over here, who's trying to steal your identity. He gets a machine gun. Don't ask why.
So is this wave 1?
Yeah, this is wave 1.
Is there a figure we can build by collecting all of them?
No, unless it's better than the action figures we described before. Remember the Terumo doll, which was a shoe filled with beans with a Sharpie drawn on the bottom, with a face drawn and Sharpie on the sole. Yeah, Jod comes with a gun. I don't know why. I think the marketing department said he's much more threatening if you give him a weapon. You come with a ladder.
Is this a Kisaragi figure?
I thought this was the Kisaragi figure.
Oh yeah, never mind. Yeah.
Kisaragi figure comes with a helmet and 2 Wolverine claws.
Then who's this guy?
Well, we're gonna cut the head off and then put a wolf head.
Oh my god, the paint job. These troubles.
I know. Okay, we're gonna cut the head off and put a wolf head on it. Okay, god damn it.
Oh, well, never mind.
Those are the Morph Star figures. Okay.
Who has the briefcase? Who's the spy?
The Saber figure comes in a briefcase because he's gotta go to work. He's gotta work in the stock market. He goes in the briefcase.
Why did marketing decide this?
Oh, give me a chance! Give me a chance! Oh. Everyone else comes.
I'm working on it.
Everyone else comes. I think everyone else comes with guns.
How come I get a ladder?
Give me a sec, stupid. Yuri gets this cool sawed-off shotgun.
That looks more like a Spaz 10.
It is whatever. I don't know guns. Do I look like I'm an NRA lobbyist?
No, but you look like you probably played around a Call of Duty with your Mexican cousins.
Yeah, well, that's a given.
A gibbon? A gibby?
Yeah, it's a gibbon. Regular Terumo, here's the cool part. Regular Terumo comes with a folding chair. Look at him sitting.
Oh my. Wait. Wait, how come everybody else gets bendable knees, but Terumo doesn't?
You don't get... Well, neither does Yuri. Look. And then you can have it so Saber or you can steal the folding chair from Terumo and sit in it while Terumo stands by idly.
Is he plotting something?
He's probably plotting something.
No, Turumo can steal the briefcase because Saber's sitting on the job.
Yeah,
and he's trying to climb up the ladder.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of play things you could do. Like, I mean, the briefcase is empty. Joke's on him. You know, there's nothing in it. There's nothing in it.
It's like the TF2 briefcase. What's in it?
Yeah, nothing.
Burgers.
Bob's Burgers. Anyone can sit in the chair. Another cool thing, the chair folds up, like I said, an actual folding chair, and Terumo can hold it and hit you with it. So he can hit Kisaragi.
You really think Kisaragi's gonna let some elephant hit him?
Well, the little kids playing with it will be able to
make their own scenario.
Yeah, you know. While Yuri just points a gun, you know.
Tells him, Turumo, stop.
Yeah.
Right there, criminal stump.
Yeah, she'll tell that criminal stump to, like, get the hell out of here. I don't love you. I never loved you. I have a boyfriend. Stop being afraid of clowns. My action figure is too cool to have, like, cool items, because I'm just going to come with a wolf head and maybe like a drawing pad or something. Or not. I don't know. I don't care.
You're giving him a ray gun.
I'm going to give him a ray gun. You know what? The Lycan Jones action figure comes with a ray gun. The Jot action figure comes with this really lame gun. It's to create conflict, because you got a ladder. You got an extra utility that people need. Can you climb up and change a light bulb with a gun? I don't think so. You can shoot out the light bulb with the gun, but can you replace it? No.
But I think the Kisaragi figure is the most interesting one.
Because he's got a... See, look. Also, I didn't have enough paint to, like, paint your feet, so you just have, like, flesh-colored boots.
But how come Jod has purple boots?
He's got silver boots, actually.
Oh.
I mean, okay, maybe you can't really climb up it. None of these toys can really do... See? You're on... There you go. It looks like you're flying. And then the Saber one comes with a cool helmet.
Oh, sorry, that's the Kisaragi one.
Oh, sorry. Kisaragi comes with a cool helmet and his Wolverine claws. The helmet is very loose-fitting, so you can steal the helmet, put it on Tavi face. Or put it on Yuri. Or put it on Lycan Jones. Or put it on Yuri, which matches her pretty well. Put it on Terumo. If you put it on Terumo, you swap it out for Robo Terumo.
Which is a figure you can build when you collect all of them.
Yeah, which is cool, because see, it does come apart. Everyone comes with a piece. And then you can put them together. You build Robo Terumo, Super Elephant Armor Terumo, as I like to call him. And yeah, he's got a cool, like, energy beam sword, his elephant sword. And then you could really set up cool battles over Saber's briefcase.
But tell me, how much are these toys in retail for?
Well, I bought them. Well, I took them from a dollar store, so I'm imagining maybe $5, $10. How much would you pay for these poorly painted action figures?
Negative $50 billion.
That is how much I would pay for her.
You stays only kidding.
Shut up.
Shut up.
See, it's very cool. I mean, what do you think of this toy line? I mean, it's funny because Jod only comes with guns. He comes with
3 guns.
He comes with 3 guns. He comes with a cool like M1A1.
Actually, let's give Taviface a gun because he's the main character. And he gets the ladder and the gun.
Okay, you know what? Just to be cool, just because you've been such a good boy, I've replaced your ladder with 2 M1A1s. And Jod gets this cool like machine gun. You get the 2 M1A1s. I get this cool ray gun.
Yuri gets the shotgun.
You know what? Let's give her
the oversized Han Solo pistol.
The oversized Han Solo pistol too. No, it doesn't work.
Give it to Saber.
No. You know what Saber gets?
The briefcase.
Ah, damn it, Yuri! You shot me in the back. I can't believe you've done this. No, I want Saber to have the briefcase, but also, you can have the gun. He needs to protect that briefcase.
Turumo just gets a chair.
You know what he gets? He gets a chair and the ladder. How's that?
So he can go up. So he can go upstairs. So he can go up to steal the briefcase that Saber's tied up on a rope on the ceiling.
Yeah. See, See, now Saber looks real cool. He's got his cool oversized Han Solo pistol with like the scope. Well, that's a given. And he's got his empty briefcase. Kisaragi's got a helmet to Wolverine claws, or I like to call them Vega claws.
Actually, yeah, they are pretty. Yeah, they're
Vega claws. Yeah, okay. Jod, he has his cool like machine gun, like that he took off of its stand. I get my cool ray gun, you know. Yuri has her shotgun. You get the two M1A ones, and then you've got Terumo here with
the chair and the ladder.
With the chair and the ladder, you know, he's got. You know, he's more of a utility guy. You know, he's the guy who brings us something so people can have something to sit on or to climb up on. You know, he's the guy you call if you need like help moving or like.
So in this set we have.
He can reach. What I'm trying to say is Terumo can get up to high places. If you need, once they get up high but not too high, he'll set up his chair. He can sit down, have a rest, or stand on it. He's taller than you automatically. Watch. Let me just. All right. Let go of its Terumo. Okay, see? I set it up. Look at that.
Kinda, yeah.
There you go. He's taller than Tav already.
He's taller than the robot.
Taller than his robot self. And you know, each piece comes with one thing. You know, Tav, you come with an arm. Kisaraga comes with a leg. Saber another leg. Yuri comes with an arm with the cool thing. Jod gets a body. I get the head.
So Terumo doesn't get a piece.
You know what Terumo get? Well, my figure.
Wait.
Terumo gets the sword. There you go. See? What do you think? What do you think of this cool toy line?
Well, I think they'll make me a lot of money. Make us a lot of money. We can finally get some of the Terumo merch in the medicine stores out of there. No more swine banks.
Yeah.
So no more elephant decorations that Saber has to stock up. Apparently.
Yeah. See, this is good. We got a lot of good. I think we got a good thing. I mean, look how threatening you look with your flesh colored boots
and my
and your luchador mask and your two M1A1s. You look like freaking Scourge from Thor Ragnarok.
Wait, didn't one of these figures come with a chainsaw?
I think the R&D department lost it, and so this is the best we can do.
Well, Leighton, I think I'm gonna greenlight this. Project.
Okay, I need you to set up your Etsy then.
All right, yeah. Let's
set up your Etsy, and we'll sell these. We'll just repaint them to look more accurate. Draw a pig face on Terumo's, obviously. You know, make all the skin parts pink. Yuri, we obviously have to color over that like beard that her figure has. Because I mean, I thought about getting a Barbie for hers, but she would be way bigger than these action figures.
Yeah.
I don't know how tall Yuri is in real life, but I don't think she's.
Yuri's 5'6".
Okay, then she's way too short to be this like a giant knockoff Barbie doll.
Yeah.
I'll save the. I'll have to steal some. Buy some knockoff Barbies to make play dolls for girls for your mascot characters.
Yeah, the girls will really like them.
Yeah, you know, like and then I'll take this cool junky robot and repaint it. It can be the Tavobot.
Yeah.
See.
How about that fused death?
There you go.
Well, I'm glad that we were able to establish this toy line. You guys can all buy it from online.
You got any suggestions though for any of these? I mean, how do you feel about Judd just having a weapon in general? I mean, how are you gonna like have cool standoffs? You know, just like check it out. Look, this is like imagine a 5-year-old boy. His mom, he's asking his Mom, I really want to get the Spider-Man action figures. Like, no, you'll get what you'll like what you get. She runs down to the dollar store, decides these toys are too dumb, goes online, remembers her favorite podcast, our favorite YouTube channel, Tavi TV. Cool. And she finds out about these cool toys, goes online, orders them for $15 each, buys the whole set, and then...
Oh, there's 7 figures of 15 times 7. That's a lot of money.
Dad, do you not want to make money?
Let me do the math.
Yeah, I'm asking you a question. Do you not want to make money?
Guys, I'll tell you what. If you buy all 7, we'll do a special deal where it'll all cost $100. $100 for the whole set. And I'll even sign a few of the packages if I remember.
Oh, I turned a regular Christian right there.
I'll even sign some of them if I remember. I'm working on it.
See, this is the nightmare scenario I'm imagining. The dream scenario. Watch. Little Timmy, he opens up his toy, and then like he's just like, all right, Tabby Face, the studio is mine. Hand it over, I'll pump you full of lead. And then he's like, no, John. 2 guns. I'm like Jamie Foxx. I'm sorry, I'm like Denzel Washington and Mark Wahlberg. I'm 2 guns, and Channing Tatum. I'm 2 guns. I'm dead. He's like, cool. Now to record my podcast. Terumo, get the hell off that chair. I need to sit down. He's like, no, get away from me. And then he's like, too bad. I got 2 guns. And you sit Tav on the chair. And he's ready to record a podcast.
And shoot someone if he needs to.
Yeah.
Then you got Saber.
Then you got Saber, and he's just like...
I need to go to work.
I need to go to work. And then Terumo comes in...
With the ladder.
And he's all like... Enough is enough. I've had it. And then he hits you with the ladder.
Actually, can the sword fit into Terumo's hand?
Let me see. I will... Come on, you stupid. This toy sucks!
Hey!
There, yeah!
Terumo can almost use his own elephant blade.
Yeah, and that's a start. And then to make sure he's still a utility guy, he's got the ladder near him. He always has a ladder near him. And then he can fight back with either a ladder or
a sword.
And then you got Saber show up. He's like, enough is enough. I gotta go to work.
I'm doing the right thing.
I'm gonna do the right thing.
Was like, what are you doing, Saber?
The right thing. You guys are making me late for work. And then he shoots him like, oh, I'm dead. And then Yuri's like, I wanted to shoot him. And then he shoots him. Now I can steal the briefcase. And
because Yuri was a spy.
Kisaragi's like, no. The briefcase is mine. You'll have to get past my claws. He's like, I've got a gun and I can shoot you. Well, I've got a helmet. Just aim for the head and nothing else.
You got Lucky Jones over here.
And I'm like, my toy's not finished yet. So, yeah. See?
Well, I like the scenario that you started with this. We will open up the Etsy and we will sell these figures. We're going to have to do some repaints first.
Yeah, we'll do some repaints,
I think the super elephant armor can actually stay the same color.
And we'll make we'll do actual commercials for these things. How's that? We'll make that into a video, guys. We're in a few months after all the product testing, just making sure that that these things aren't covered in lead paint and it's child safe.
Are these lead paint?
No, it's not lead paint. I think to knock off the cheap Chinese manufacturers know not to poison their children.
What the fuck is Judd's helmet? Is Judd's head?
Oh, it's got tassels, but it looks like it's stringy, gross hair.
Ugh.
Don't worry.
Actually, it sounds like the real him.
And look, he's got cool, kicking action, see? Ah! He's dead. See, I have faith in this toy line.
I think this toy line's going to sell a lot,
Yeah, and like I said, maybe in a month or so, you guys will see a really cool commercial for these toys,
To be real kids.
Yeah, just get your little cousins.
Yeah.
Get your little cousins, and they're like, do-do-do-do-do-do! Tabby Face and his podcast crew, they're real cool and full of attitude. You can see how cool they are. Terumo's got his super chair. Tabby Face with his 2 guns. Terumo and his...
Terumo's not so fun.
Not so fun. Here comes John. He's got 1 gun. Can he go against Tav's 2 guns? Not so fun.
Hey, that's a rhyming.
Then you've got Yuri, and she's got a shotgun. You've got lightsaber, and he's not fun too because he's got to go to work and shoot up his office. Or is he a spy? I don't know. The world is yours. Here's Kisaragi over on the side. Like and Jones coming soon.
Not sold separately.
All
figures sold separately.
All figures sold separately.
But yeah, I believe in this line, and it's spent a commercial in this for like a month or something.
Yeah.
And we're gonna talk to our local TV station here in Tunisia and see if we can.
No, we out of Tunisia by then. We're looking at Argentina. We'll get some cool Spanish language commercials. Or comerciales, as they say over there.
Compra el juguete de pinche.
El pinche Taviface viene otra vez y sus compañeros. Ahí viene el tarugo Terumo. Oh, sorry, Terumo is only known as tarugo in Latin American countries. Ahí está el tarugo. Ahí viene con su escalera y su silla a hacer trabajo.
Está el Kisaragi.
El Kisaragi con sus garras y su casco. Yuri con su carabina. Alright, I've gone far enough with this bit. I think it's time to do 5 anime questions.
Anime or anime?
Anime. Hentai-me. Ecchi. Well, I mean, maybe it's sort of an ecchi show. All the screenshots I've seen of it are sort of just an ecchi show. So, what am I going to ask you about today? I got 5 questions to ask you about Darling in the Franxx. Probably one of the few animes that with one of the dumbest names I've heard in a long time.
Because the robot's called a Frank.
I know it's called a Franxx. The string of words are just dumb. God.
I don't like Nazis, man. That's not cool.
Oh, actually, that was actually going to be my first question. Tav, can you explain the connection between Darling in the Franxx and the alleged connection to the alt-right? And that maybe it's alt-right propaganda? Maybe?
Who says that?
I don't know. Actually, one person has. But his opinion is not to be taken too seriously because they're secretly a garbage person.
Well, first of all, Darling in the Franxx just refers to how the robots are called Franxx, and the main character is always referred to as Darling by the...
I know what... you've explained this to me. The question wasn't, why is it called Darling in the Franxx? Because you've explained to me off podcast. I'm explaining to you... Okay, actually, let me build up that question. Let me redo this. Tav, can you please sum up Darling in the Franxx for me? That's question 1.
Evangelion, but worse.
Okay. Well, what makes it worse?
Evangelion has this charm of it actually kind of showing signs of it being well written. It's just that the fucking budget went down.
The execution was bad.
The execution, the budget, and the director himself just went fucking insane.
Okay.
I find Evangelion is such a good case study because when you watch episodes 1 through I think maybe 10 or 12, you see the makings of an actual decent show.
Yeah.
But then any episode past the lower double digits, you just see this literal downward spiral, this director's insanity, and like the whole... Dynamite wasn't a big company at that point, so they didn't have a lot of budget, and they literally blew the budget in the first couple episodes.
How does it compare to the second half of the second season of Fist of the Dwarf Star? I know there are a lot of controversial attitudes towards those later episodes.
It depends. Like in Jones, did you waste all your budget in the first couple episodes?
No, I just hate my fans.
Well, it's different then, because... I mean, here's the thing. The director at the time didn't realize he had a lot of fans, and now didn't, but in reality... now
was any of his work fixed with the Evangelion movies?
Yes.
Okay.
A lot of stuff in Evangelion was fixed with the movies, but I still think going back to watch the original 95 anime is interesting to watch. Yeah, Evangelion has a lot of problems, but I honestly would rather watch Evangelion than Darling the Franxx. If anything, I'd rather watch End of Evangelion.
Okay, so here comes question 2. What's wrong with Darling in the Franxx? And why is this alleged garbage show so popular?
First of all,
What's wrong with it?
You want to know what's wrong with it, or do you want to know why it's popular first?
In order. What's wrong with it, and then what's popular. That'll be 2 and 3.
So, this show is purely just like, all the characters in it are just not as charming as like the Evangelion characters. They're not even charming at all. The only good character, in my opinion...
So none of them are like interesting. Like
No.
Like none of them are like, oh man, I'm so interested in this character. His name is
they're all
Toby.
No, they're all like kind of what's the word for it? Not stereotypes.
Cliches.
They're all cliches in their own sense.
Okay.
Like, honestly, the only reason why people talk about 02 a lot is because she's an actual fleshed out character. Not even like the main character himself is like that fleshed out.
Yeah.
In reality, like, she's the actual main character of the series, I feel. Unlike with Evangelion, where you focus on the 3 characters, Asuka, Rei, and Shinji. People don't like Shinji because he's such an annoying brat, but here's the thing you gotta realize. Dude, he's a fucking 14-year-old boy. His fucking abusive dad just sent him in to fight in a robot.
Get in the robot, I won't love you, Shinji. Fuck you, Dad.
You're not gonna love me anyway. Yeah, that's true. So that's okay. I want to go on a side tangent for Evangelion. People hate Shinji because he's such a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
But you think, guys,
Asuka's an asshole too.
yeah, guys, teenagers are assholes.
Yeah. I don't get when like people hate shows or really any like media that depicts teenagers as being horrible people.
That's because the people watching the anime are mostly teenagers and
who want to feel good about themselves and want to feel like they're better, that they're not like the way that they're being depicted.
Yeah, for example, Shinji I think hits home pretty hard because once you start denying that Shinji's a shitty character, then you have to realize that hey, you're kind of like Shinji then.
Yeah.
Like honestly, what would you do? Say you're 14 years old and your dad hates you, all right? And your dad then out of nowhere calls you up to come to his secret laboratory where he wants you to pilot this robot because for some reason only highly emotional 14-year-olds can pilot this
What would be
robot.
stopping me from getting in the robot and smashing my dad? Honestly,
The fact that Shinji's a very sensitive boy and has a lot of issues and he's not violent.
well, my first move would be to do that. It's like, robot, you say. You want me, the son that hates you, to get in the robot.
Shinji doesn't hate his
Okay.
dad.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't hate his dad Gendo, but
Yeah.
Gendo doesn't care about Shinji.
Lame. Okay, go on, though.
So, it's understandable in my opinion that Shinji doesn't want to do this.
Okay, yeah. But, like, how does that tie in with Darling in the Franxx? So what's up with Darling in this case? Like, what's his deal?
Oh, he's just a fucking generic anime hero.
Oh, he's not like...
He doesn't have, like, the cool character. He doesn't have, like... I can't say Shinji's cool. He's pretty lame.
No, Shinji's lame, but he's lame for a reason.
He's not as interesting of a character as Shinji was.
Yeah.
If anything, the Darling is pretty just generic as a person.
Ugh.
He's like pretty much an average, like, Joe.
Ugh.
Like I said,
But not like a cool average show. Like, I'm a blue-collar guy. Okay, imagine...
I'm a blue-collar guy. Guess what? Hey, I'm gonna rob you. Guess what? I got a gun up my asshole that's pointing straight at you, boy.
I'm gonna pitch an anime to you, okay?
Alright.
It's an anime. It takes place in future Baltimore, 20XX.
Is this the...
We follow the lead... Hold on.
Wait, hold on. Is this the 3rd season of... What's that show?
The Wire?
Of The Wire?
No, I wish.
To put some...
Okay.
We still have Lake Trout and Baltimore pit beef?
Yes. We follow a dock worker. It's hard.
This is The Wire season 3!
Listen to my fucking pitch! We follow a dock worker. It's hard times. Work's drying up. These fucking robots are pretty much taking up their jobs. You know, they need. I mean, these guys. It's just like automation is running amok, and these guys, you know, they're getting guys in like fucking mech suits, and this guy's just like, I can't
do this anymore.
I can't do anything. I don't know about these fucking new mech suits. Just put me in a forklift, and you'll see me rock this world. And then.
Rock this way.
And then all of a sudden, like, you know, some stupid robot war breaks out or something. Okay, you know, and you know, like all this ruckus happens. And remember, this is a grizzled 40-year-old dock worker. He shows up at like a bar at like 5 a.m. to have his like dock worker's breakfast. You know, he's having
whiskey, beer, and egg.
Yeah, he's having that. You know, imagine a guy in like a fisherman's beanie and like a dock worker jacket.
And it's coveralls?
Yeah, in coveralls. Imagine the typical, like, most Baltimore East Coasty roughneck dock worker.
5 o'clock shadow?
5 o'clock shadow all the time.
12 o'clock shadow?
5 o'clock. No, 12 o'clock.
He kind of shaves for his wife a little bit.
No, he's single. You know, he's single. His wife left his not single parent. We don't need to bring kids into this. His single.
That add more drama.
No, but his single, but like
because then he can have an arc with his kid where his kid's just like
no. I'm tired of seeing the whole. I'm gonna redeem myself. How about instead?
No, he doesn't redeem himself. His kid's just like, Dad, you really think you can take down these robots? No, son, you bet I can.
No, I don't want to appeal to like the dumb parent crowd. I want to appeal to the adult who doesn't have kids. So like the main conflict, at least romantically, is him seeing his ex-wife, and maybe that flame lingers on. She dumped him because she wanted to go with somebody who's, this hotshot who's piloting the robots now.
But then she sees that.
Hold on, let me get to the conflict and how this guy gets rolled in. So like I said, then there's a mech worker strike, right? And they have to bring in the government to put it down. And the government, they have their own mechs. And then there's just this huge civil war. And this dock worker's like, I ain't no, like, look, I don't want these guys to like get put, but they brought it on themselves, right? And then it gets worse because then one of his close buddies gets taken out by the government. He gets caught in the crossfire. And he's like, enough. He's tired of all these things. It's like a worker struggle thing, but he can't fight because it's all this new technology. It's too much for him. But he finds a prototype whose controls.
He builds a mech out of forklift parts.
I'm getting there. He finds a prototype, one of the earliest mechs, super rough and tumble because of like. At the time when they were building, it's like, well, we want these things to like make sure they can take a hit because they're not well built, but we also want the controls to be exactly the kind you would see on an old propane-powered forklift. And he realizes, now I got a dog in this. Now I got a dog in this fight. So he joins in, and his mech, of course, is the big tank. It can't move as fast, but it can sure as hell like take a punch and be the good defensive robot enough to let his dock worker pals, all these young guns, join in with their faster mechs, and then eventually he helps drive out the mech police, right? But the war's still going on. The Civil War, this strike is still going on. So they decide.
Across Baltimore, right?
In future Baltimore.
Baltimore.
In Neo Baltimore, right? So they decide we gotta get on their level. Let's start modifying our dock mechs, our lift machines, like the fucking exoskeleton from Aliens, to be more combat ready. Seeing as that these things are built to like essentially they're built sturdier and hardier, but not built for battle. So they start making them built for battle, and that's my pitch. This grizzled 40-year-old dock worker helping out these young guys in their fight for.
Well, what about you, old man? Do you want to put some upgrades on that old bot? Nah, I don't need it.
At least get like a weapon, old man. All right, I ain't that old. I'm only 40. Billy's 60, and Billy is a lovable old guy. So our hero is a 40-year-old. You know how in like most animes you'll have like the older guy who's not drawn like a cute 15-year-old boy. He's drawn with a square chin and like a broad nose, like the guy in the background who's always like the cop or the.
So he kind of looks like Lord Genome from Duran Logan.
Or Dojima-san from Persona 5.
It's Dojima in like this old.
Or he looks like Takuma from KOF.
There we go. Yes.
So our hero is an older man who is not some pretty like 15-year-old boy. How much of a shakeup would that be for the anime? Like
that'd be very interesting, but at the same time, like I'm not gonna say it's similar to this, but your idea, you should probably watch this anime. Then.
Okay.
Your idea does coincide with the idea of what's it called? It's something. I think it's called Shigaraki or something.
Mm.
I might be wrong on this. I'll double check at post podcast and I'll maybe.
Yeah, but it's well, like I said, like
the story revolves around this old man who just wants to. I gotta show you this later. It's hard to explain. It's a really good one too.
But yeah, so like think about it, like an older man who's a blue collar worker on the East Coast, and this is an anime, so it's the East Coast that's translated by like what Japanese people know of Baltimore based on solely of their experience of watching The Wire. So imagine Baltimore filtered through Japan, following this 40-year-old American dude who feels like he can't keep up with all these young worker guys and all this new technology for doing his job, and then all of a sudden this worker strike gets really bloody. His best buddy gets lost in it. He decides to join in and help these guys, and the overall story is essentially this like minor civil conflict that is really about like workers' rights. But then the internal personal conflict is his like ongoing on and off again relationship with his ex-wife, who maybe he'll get together with, and she's an older lady too.
Here's the thing.
So
I can see this anime. This anime would actually be a really good idea because the way workers are treated in Japan, especially like, you know, the like 9 to 5 like blue collar, like, you know, white collar guys. Even
white collar guys are the guys who work in offices.
The guys who work in offices, or even animators themselves.
Yeah.
Like across the whole board in like the world, workers like that don't have rights. So having this like anime is actually such a good
about
idea.
Workers' rights that frames it through a cool mech battle anime. That follows an older 40-year-old protagonist. And
if Agretsuko can be an anime about young adult issues in life, then why not have an anime about the issues of being a worker?
Especially like a blue collar like laborer, you know.
Yeah.
Framed through obviously like cool mech battles based on forklift robots versus police mechs, but also like I mean again the internal romance is between two adults in their 40s, man. How often do you see like?
We never see that.
We never see that because always like it's like we're high schoolers.
I mean, the closest we saw was like Marco and Gina and Porco Rosso.
Oh man, that was.
But here's the thing. Like, you know, the young girl still liked Porco, though.
She does like him, but, like, I mean, I think Porco holds a flame for Jean.
Yeah, but Gina doesn't. Yeah, but Marco doesn't want to touch his dead friend.
But also,
because that was Gina's first husband.
Yeah, but it's also like, I mean, but they all like Gina, and the thing is, like, I think Porco is maybe afraid of his own feelings. He kind of runs away from them, it seems, physically. Anyways. Okay, so...
Because he could have stopped by and hung out with, and, like, seen Gina on his way back to his island. But he didn't.
Saber got rejected by a mannequin.
Oh, we gotta explain that in a second. But anyway.
Okay, so that's Darling in the... So that's... okay, so that's why it's bad. It's just these characters are uninteresting and...
No, the only interesting character is 02, and that's because she's legitimately...
That's the one with the horns, right?
Yeah,
okay.
pink haired one.
Yeah, so the one that... The favorite character, everyone's...
Yeah, because she's actually fucking interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, the closest we get is, like, the other girl character, Ichigo, who's literally like, I'm the childhood best friend of the boy. Mm-hmm. And then everybody's like...
But everything else is kind of like...
but everybody's like, I hate you because you're a bitch, and, you know, you've got this responsibility of leading the team, but you're a bitch because you keep yelling at everybody. I'm like, dude, she's a fucking teenager!
Yeah. Also, you guys are in a highly, like, very stressful environment here.
Give him a break. It's only human.
Give him
just because you're such an introvert and haven't just because you're such an introvert and haven't done group work ever because you're a fucking asshole and can't talk to people doesn't mean that you know how working in a group works. Give her a break.
Yeah.
And sadly, Ichigo is kind of wasted. Anyway.
Okay, so the main problem is just like it's just completely like uninteresting. It seems to me like the only...
Also, a lot of plot points in it, and a lot of, like, ideas and situations are kind of like, oh, it's a big thing, and then it's just like, and it solves itself somehow. Like, there's a part in it, this isn't even a spoiler, it happens mid-season. There's a part of it where, like, 02's like, I'm gonna be a bitch now, you're nothing, darling coon. And then Darling Coon's like, remember when we were kids and I met you and you're this red lolly devil?
Yeah, girl? I've seen that image. It's all over.
Yeah, you remember this? And he's like, you're my friend, but I also love you.
Conflict is over.
Yeah.
Lame. Okay, so here's question 3. Why is this popular?
02. Robots. The Franks actually have a really cool design.
The Franks have cool design. What I've seen what the Franks look like. My question: does the way they piloted have to like also have anything to do with how popular it is too?
Yeah, because it straight up looks like.
I know it's fucking backdoor sex. I've seen it. It's straddling. It's just like, which is why I see it just like...
You dialed the Franks pretty dang good, main character, Darlin Coon.
Yeah. I'm done. Okay, here's a question. So it's literally
I like them because the main Franks kind of reminds me of Omnimon from Digimon the movie.
Yeah, you know what? That's actually kind of what I thought too when I first saw it. Okay.
Kai's love reached them all the way to the internet.
I fucking love that movie. I don't care who you are. I know it's bad.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me. Cut your hair your size.
Chicken. I really... Oh no, that onion juice. Oh. Okay.
Thanks, Ty's mom. I'm gonna make a
dude, why don't you drink it?
I wanted to make a 3-bean salad, but I only got 2 beans. Are you boys okay with that? God. You guys want these tofu pops? Oh yes, I love them.
You're selling ties? What?
No, my name is.
Okay, Matt. Click. I did. Okay, that was it. That was in the original.
Yeah.
So that's a good gag. That was. I mean, obviously it's a visual gag.
Also, here's the thing, guys. The 4Kids dub of like Digimon wasn't even that bad.
No, it's actually one of the better ones.
If anything, the voice actors suit the characters pretty well. It's butchered, but suits the characters pretty well. Which I'm happy that when Bandai, I think, or whatever the American.
It's Bandai.
Yeah, I'm happy when Bandai decided to like start redubbing Digimon properly here. I'm happy that they kept a lot of the voice actors.
Yeah.
I just kind of wish we get a proper actual dub of the Digimon movies.
Yeah.
Because
our war game.
Because our war games, I've seen it in Japanese. It's really damn good.
Yeah. Okay. So here's question 4. Have you heard anything about like?
Did you do question 3?
That was question 3. Why it's so popular?
Oh.
And from my understanding, it's just like
it's just 02 and how
it's 02 in the way in some of the cool character designs. Is it? Do you think it's also popular because it's like your typical mech anime?
Yeah.
That maybe people haven't seen one in a long time.
I've dealt with these. We love Gundam, but we stay away from the Gundam community because mech, as we've called them before, mech fads, as they've been referred to.
Yeah.
They are assholes and such elitists. They're like,
yeah, no.
Like here's, like for example, Bennett the Sage's Gundam Wing Endless Waltz video. So many mech fads attacked him for it.
Well, it's because he's wrong.
I mean, yeah, because he's like, I don't understand the characters. Why does the Chinese... I forget the Chinese guy's name.
I can't remember.
Duo.
No, well, Duo's... There are 2 of them, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Because the one who pilots Shenlong and then Duo pilots...
No, yeah, okay. The guy who pilots Shenlong, he's like, why is he evil all of a sudden in Endless Waltz? Because his motivation is like, I'm a warrior, and if there's no war, then what's the point of a warrior?
Yeah.
Hero, you're a warrior just like me. We're kindred spirits, and Hero's like, no,
I don't want to fight.
Hero's like, no, I'm doing this to end this battle. You're just a
warmonger. Like, also, one of the things I loved about Gundam Wing is that, like, again, like almost all Gundam shows, it's always really been about, like, politics.
Yeah, and everybody's just like, but it's just pretty. But
it is literally.
Bennett's problem with it is just like, it's pretty boys with problems, and like, dude.
And
if anything, the designs still hold up today, and Gundam Wing as a show holds up pretty damn well.
And this is somebody whose favorite character. This is coming from somebody who, I mean, me. Personally, my favorite character is fucking Choa Barton, and I know that his whole character, like,
Choa was Death Sight, or
he was Heavy Arms.
Oh yeah, Heavy Arms.
Duo was Death Sight.
Okay.
Duo was cool, but Choa, I like Choa because he's a fucking mess.
Who was the pacifist again?
Oh, Ketra.
Oh yeah, Everybody hates Ketra in Endless Waltz.
I fucking love Ketra though.
So he was like, Ketra, what? Because Ketra's like, he's like, Ketra, why'd you send our Gundams out into space? Because we're done with fighting. You're done with fighting, but we got an issue right here. Oh yeah, it's all my fault, guys.
That's kind of Ketra, what he's like in the... I mean, I don't know, Ketra's also like the emotional bedrock of that group.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, again, as somebody whose favorite character was Troa, I like, whose whole thing is like, I maybe have amnesia and I maybe took a dead man's identity. I don't know. Maybe I'm a circus performer.
Oh yeah, because Endless Waltz is like, you're not the real Troa. You're just taking his name. He's like, then who am I? And then Hero's like, you're Troa.
Yeah, which is again just like it's something that like they kind of like I know Endless Waltz retreads over a lot of stuff that was essentially brought to a conclusion at the end of Wing.
And I hate
but I don't care because it's so cool.
Also, we got to see Miliardo Peacecraft.
Yeah.
You know, good old
also,
Epion.
Fuck you, Epion existed. So there. But also Tallgeese was cool.
It's so.
It doesn't matter. I don't care.
I also love the Gundam naming convention for villains. Char, Miliardo Peacecraft, Sets Marquise.
Oh, Zex Marquise.
No, it was Sets.
Yeah, well,
Sets is Marquise or something.
No, it's Zex in English because sex sounds like sex, so we just pronounce the Z as it is Zex.
Zex Marquise.
Zex Marquise. Oh man. Okay, we're getting okay.
Enough with Gundam, guys.
All right.
But yeah,
it's you can't measure up to fucking Gundam. That's why. Maybe unless you're Big O. Big O was cool. Or
Macross.
Gurren Lagann or Macross. There's a lot of good ones, guys. Darling in the Franxx. Well,
not a good one.
Not a good one, but okay. Let me actually.
You guys just all right, guys.
Before I get to the heaviest question, I'm going to ask you this. Here's number 4. Where does Darling in the Franxx stand amongst other mech animes? Like in your opinion, where is Darling in the Franxx
in terms of popularity? In terms of like how well it is
for you personally? Where does it sit? Like where on like the rankings of in like the halls of like mech? Like where
my personal mech anime favorites? Because here's the thing, guys, I really like mech animes. I just don't like the community, so I stay away from it.
That's fine.
So, my favorite mech anime, or I'm gonna say top 3, and they're roughly like I can't rank who's number 1.
Yeah.
So my rough top 3 are Wing, Gurren Lagann, and because I already put a Gundam at
Big O.
No, Big O's in top 5. But here's the thing.
Okay.
I would say Wing, Gurren Lagann, then Gundam Unicorn.
Yeah.
But for the sake of it, because I already got Wing up there, I'm gonna put Macross Do You Remember Love?
Oh, so good.
So those 3 are like my top 3. Darling in the Franxx is at the bottom with Seed. But here's the thing, I rather watch Seed.
Oh yeah.
It's also
Seed has a lot more interesting things going on with it than Darling in the Franxx.
Also, for if anybody wants to know, Evangelion's somewhere in the middle. But End of Evangelion is pretty high up there for me because I've never seen anything like this before, and nothing has been made similar to this. Not even Akira Even Akira is similar to how this stupid movie is.
For me, for mech animes, I would say Zoids is up there in my top choice because I fucking both Zoids. Although
is it sad that when you say Zoids, I think about when Deer Simulator and I played the Zoids game,
and I whooped your guys' asses too many times, and you guys
no. When he and I were trying to unlock everything.
Yeah. Oh.
And how that game was such a fucking hard piece of shit.
You don't just play as the
White Liger thing.
Oh, the White Liger's good. I mean, Liger Zero.
No, you have to play as the really big boy Brontosaurus, I think.
Oh, no. Man.
But anyway,
Gigantosaur?
Yeah, you have to play as Gigantosaur or something. I remember we had to do something specific.
Just unlock Xenobreaker and break the game. Or Genobreaker.
That's what we're trying to do.
Or
we're trying to unlock all the
Zoids.
We were trying to unlock all the Zoids, and I think we were stuck on this one mission. So, constantly for like 3 hours that we're stuck on it, all I remember hearing is a fucking goddamn game over tune. And when you said Zoids, immediately that tune just struck in my head.
Well, it's funny because for me, I think I like both Zoid series. I think my favorite one
It's sad that we never got the third series, which is actually pretty damn good.
Yeah, but
it's just that Zoids dwindled after the second series, sadly.
My favorite. I mean, I don't care how early I had to wake up to watch this one, but I loved watching Chaotic Century. That's the one about the Civil War. It was the Empire versus the Republic. It was so good because it's a prequel to the one on the one that you saw in Toonami, and not at 5 a.m. in the morning.
I remember. God.
So Zoids, Chaotic Century, G Gundam, Gundam Wing, Big O,
Iron Giant.
That's not a mech. Get the hell out of here.
That missile's coming straight for the giant, Ainsley. And where's the giant?
Now you're gonna sit here No, hold him down. He's gonna sit here and die like a good American.
Screw that! I'm out of here. Crashes the car.
Yeah, I know.
Hold him down, boys.
Yeah, he's gonna sit here and die like a good American
For his country.
for his country.
And where's the giant, Ainsley? I love that line so much.
That missile's heading for the giant. And where's the giant? Ainsley sucks, but he's a good villain.
Do we have time to go to the bunkers? No, it doesn't matter.
Like, what about the bunkers? Nah, it doesn't matter. There's no time. John, what about the bunker? No, there's no time. We have a lot of time, John.
Foods.
Fedora? Okay. I mean, I've seen a lot. I mean, I grew up with Voltron, too. The original.
You're saying Voltron was kind of like a big amalgamation of other stuff.
No. Oh, you know what another good one was?
No, that was Robotech, my bad. Robotech was an amalgamation of like several Macross series, sadly. Even though people still want a reboot of it, in my opinion.
You know what another mech anime I really like? Gigantor or Tetsujin. Another one I like a lot. I watched the stupid '60s dub, but another one I really like, and this is one that an uncle of mine who grew up with the show in the '80s in Mexico got to enjoy was Mazinger or Mazinger. Mazinger. That's a classic one. But yeah, okay. So Darling the Franxx bottom. You think you have any hope for it to get better?
I did. Episodes 15, 16, and 17 were actually.
Is there a second season?
No.
Oh.
I mean, I don't think there's going to be another season. But
so
anyway,
is it just one? It's a limited series, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not bad.
Episodes 15, 16, and 17 are by far the best episodes in the whole series. Mm-hmm. But that's like saying that the dumpster's not on fire this week, guys.
It's like saying, somebody dumped a whole bunch of flowers in the dumpster today. That's nice.
Lavender?
Lavender, huh? Okay, here's the last question. The heaviest one.
Have I fapped him 02? Is that the question?
No, Tav. I know you have not.
No.
No, I don't like girls with horns.
You don't like girls with horns?
No, okay.
I find it cool.
Not the fap to. I'm not turned on by girls with horns.
If anything, I really was hoping for Ichigo in the series, so I like girls with blue hair.
Yeah.
But
Sailor Mercury, huh?
Yeah, I like Sailor Mercury.
She's cool.
Except they're all lesbians.
I don't care. That's good.
They're all gay.
They're all gay. Well, if they're lesbians, they are gay. Well, Neptune and Uranus are definitely gay.
Our cousins.
That's the lamest.
Yeah, they're pretty close for cousins. Why are they holding hands?
Wow, this girl looks like a boy.
It's a boy.
Okay.
Honey boy, do you speak English?
All right, this is a weird question because I've only seen it pop up maybe a few times, but I think it stems from a lot of supporters behind this person who made this argument. But again, the source of this critique, this observation,
came from whom?
Is
Did it come from
a person? No.
RPG Monger?
No, he's not. None of these guys are smart enough or SJW enough to make this argument.
Granted, no one can see Digibro's tweets anymore because he fucking privated his Twitter after saying lollies are okay. By the way, shout out to Hentai Haven for removing the lolly tag and banning lolly. Good job, guys.
You did it.
Can we get a round of applause for these guys?
They get an action figure.
They get a free...
what do you want to give them?
Get the free Kisaragi figure.
Yeah, he's got the... all right, I'll ask you this after this last question. I need to ask you one more opinion about these figures before I send them out to my production warehouse. Get it? I'm going to a dollar store and painting them. Getting a bunch of middle schooler. Go see.
Why don't you get those middle schoolers down the street?
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to the middle school, pretend I'm the new art teacher, and tell them their next art project for the next year is to paint all these toys. That's their sole art project. They'll be so good at painting they won't even know. Okay, but
hey, teacher, what are you gonna do with all these? Hey, professor, what are you gonna do with all these toys? Would you like to know?
Would you like to know? Okay, so this criticism comes from I would say a newly kind of controversial figure within the former Channel Awesome group, who has made a name for himself.
Bennett the Beige?
No, it's not Bennett the Sage.
Bennett the Beige.
Bennett the Beige. This actually comes from the reviewer formerly known as Jesu Taku, from one Mr. Jacob Chapman.
Yes, Marty Chapman, PhD.
No, his critique of Darling in the Franxx, and I guess one reason he dislikes it is that he finds he views it as like as possessing a lot of like alt-right propaganda. Okay, so according to Jacob Chapman, apparently Darling in the Franxx has a lot of alt-right subtext that only he can see. And his supporters is like, wow, you're so right. But at the same time, this is a person who, look, man, I know I'm pretty left-leaning. I admit I'm a libtard cuck. But even I'm not so, like, far gone where I'm, like, if I feel like, look, personally, I feel like it's reaching. So I'm asking you,
Jay. Listen, Jacob.
No, I like you calling him Jay.
Listen, Jay. Sherman.
Can you say that in a Duke voice?
Listen, Jay. I don't think this is really left-wing, right-wing propaganda. It's not, because it's made in fucking Japan.
They have conservative politics in Japan. In fact, a lot of it's conservative.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It's not conservative like us. It's way different.
Yeah.
Wow, this term was fucking made cheaply. Anyway. This isn't even a head.
Look how good the articulation on this Jot action figure is.
Did you almost break it? Oh!
Poorly put together. I gotta tell these kids from China to do a better job.
But anyway.
Oh wait, you can totally take a screwdriver and take this fool apart.
Maybe he fits him. But anyway, I think he's wrong. I don't see it.
I feel like a lot of
I'm honestly thinking about the show right now.
Also, Jacob. This is also someone who also thinks that. I mean, I don't know how this invalidates their opinion, but it does to me. This is someone who thinks that the original Fullmetal Alchemist is who thinks Brotherhood is inferior to the original Fullmetal Alchemist.
Shut the fuck up, Jacob.
Look, I hate the original people. One was good.
Maybe I'm being biased towards him. Maybe I'm being biased towards him, but I always liked Jacob, even in the J Otaku days.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: I hate people named Jacob.
Okay.
Every person named Jacob I've met in my life has been a fucking asshole.
Well, Jacob, according if you believe
Jacob Sartorius.
Well, Jacob did also allegedly steal Nash's house from under him.
Hey, you fucking cuck. Anyway.
Actually, he kind of did cuck Nash.
Yeah, you fuck. Goddamn.
Okay, let's talk about personal shit. But
yeah.
But again, this is somebody whose opinion says Brotherhood is inferior. Look, I grew up with the original Fullmetal Alchemist.
Yeah, Conquerors of Shambhala is actually a pretty good standalone movie, if anything.
I like how it ended. I like where it went, but I also like Brotherhood, and I think they're two different things that have different that have different goals. Is the first half of Brotherhood a little rushed? Yeah, maybe.
It is, because we really can't, because here's the thing.
We're trying to catch up.
They're just catching up to the original series, because because everybody knows the reason why there's Brotherhood and then there's the original series.
But also, I applaud the makers of the original series for making it up as they went along after they caught up with the...
I mean, if anything, they did get some direction from the manga writer, of course.
And I do like the way some of the characters were portrayed. I like that, the Fuhrer was Pride all along.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool.
I mean, in Brotherhood it changes it, but at the same time, you can't let your nostalgia blinders say that about you. Come on. Also,
Jacob, you're supposed to be the smart anime reviewer, someone who fucking wrote for Anime News Network. Yeah, he's part of that group.
Listen, oh my god.
Now your respect is like, that's it, I'm done.
This is why I like Ben and I don't agree with anything, but I'd still debate with the guy. I think he's a really cool guy.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool that you have somebody who's like, I like the points you made, I disagree with them, but I appreciate, like an adult, where you came from.
Yeah. I'm like, okay.
I came from the mud, No,
I don't like Bennett's opinion on Endless Waltz, but at the same time, I understand where he's coming from, and I'm willing to, All right, Bennett. Let me see if I can try to convince you now. I'm willing to. I would be willing to have a peaceful debate with him about this.
Or just say, or you can just say, like, you know what? I understand where you're coming from, but at the same time, I personally do not see it that way, and this is why I enjoy it. So there. If you can still believe in what you believe in.
If you try to do that with Jacob, he'd probably be like, no.
No, Jacob is very hard to deal with. Apparently, don't follow Jacob on Twitter.
He posts a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Mostly propaganda stuff, or what we're talking.
I don't know. They're a mess to follow. They're just looking to pick fights a lot on a lot of stuff.
That's probably okay.
That's
probably the reason why he wrote that about Darling the Franxx. It is not outright propaganda. It's, if anything,
I personally think Jacob is definitely reaching, but I feel like things that I don't know. I think it's a lot of reaching and it's a lot of reaching in my opinion.
Jacob's fishing right now. He's fishing right now with that opinion.
But also, this is somebody who's if you read their problem that they had with Channel Awesome, their grievance in the document, theirs reads as the most petty one. They literally said they didn't treat they were going to fire me, but I had some dirt on them, and I said if you fire me, you're all going down with me, and repeated that worded differently in the second thing. It's that sounds kind of like the worst thing. Hold on. Also, what dirt exactly were you talking about?
That we already didn't know.
That we already didn't know. So it's
GG, Jacob.
It just sounds like nobody cared about you, and you just wanted in on this whole situation. I don't know. I don't want to make this about Jacob. So you don't see what?
No. Because here's the thing. Yuri, Kisaragi, and I have all three of us have not at the same time, but I've talked about between both of them. I've talked about Darling the Franxx and its issues. Yuri's a pretty SJW person, of course. You know, she's
and since she doesn't read any weird stuff
she and I've talked about she only talks about how it has problems, and honestly, she's the type of person to be like, huh, hey, Tav, do you notice this alt-right message? She'd probably tell me about this, and I've talked to Kisaragi not about this, but about the show too. We all just talked about how it just has its own issues. Yeah. We don't talk about some alt-right subcontents. Also, this is Japan. They don't really have alt-right subcontents. They're conservative, but they don't want to do that.
I mean, they want a homogenous society, but that's just because we're talking about a group of people who lived on an island with only other. For the heavens. For some reason, it made me think. I left my treasure in one. You can have my treasure. I left it all in one piece.
Yo.
Okay,
dreaming.
So you haven't heard anyone else mention this?
No.
And you don't see it.
I don't see it.
Okay, that's all I need to know. Cool. All right, so that does it for 5 anime questions. One thing before we finish off the show.
5 anime questions.
Ban anime.
I'm the president, so I can't do that.
All right, tell Trump if he wants to do one good thing, ban fucking anime.
Ban lolly on everything, man.
Yeah.
Get guys like Railgun in jail. Get all these lolicons like Digibro in jail.
Okay, so here's my final question about the action figure line. Who do you think is the coolest action figure in your opinion?
Kisaragi.
Kisaragi has the coolest one?
Next to myself because I got the double guns.
Alright, because Kisaragi's got 2 Vega claws.
He's got two guns.
He's got a cool helmet, and he's dressed like a Power Ranger. Well, at least this is the naked model. I have to repaint them. What color do you think I should make Kisaragi look like?
Make him look like some Akuma looking ass.
Okay. Yours...
Yeah, you're gonna have to maybe mold a gut onto him or something.
No, this is pretty accurate. He's got a 6-pack, a stocky barrel-chested body like you.
Make him look more Roger.
Oh wait, this is actually you have gold boots. Oh, that does make
you. Wait, what?
You have gold boots. Gold versus silver boots. The ultimate battle.
Those are not gold. That is you're lying to me.
Oh, never mind. All right, John. I've got you in my sights.
I got you in my sights.
Any last words?
Mom's spaghetti.
Mom's biscotti. And then that's when Trumo comes in.
But Linus, I have my sweater already. Mom's biscotti. God damn it.
Don't.
Charlie Brown.
Tabby face. If you kill Jod, I'll hit him with this. You can't kill Jod if I kill him with this chair first.
Terrell, I got 2 guns. I'll shoot you too.
No, because I also have
I have the high ground.
Wait.
Terrell, you know I can just aim, right?
Hold on. Stupid fucking.
Kizaragi.
These fucking fingers are bad.
Hey.
None of them can stand up on their own. Fuck! Let's end the podcast. Alright, you got anything to plug? Aside from the action figure line?
Buy Shrek 2 on Blu-ray DVD. I do the commentary track with Mike Myers.
Oh, I would listen to that. I got nothing to plug.
Also, I got a message for my brother Hulk Hogan. I want him, Hulk. I want you to appear on either Meal Boy or a podcast. Quit dodging me. I've sent you DMs on Twitter. I've gotten in contact with your agent. If you're hanging out with your big brother Lou Ferdinand, one of the many Hulks, then I want you to at least hang out with me. Because you know what? I'll paint myself green and I'll become a Hulk too. I'll even put on your bandana. I got a bandana at home. So please, Hulk, from one brother to another, come on the podcast or Mule Boy. Either or.
Check it out. Kisaragi's ready to eat some ass. Oh man, I'm on the back of the blister card. It's gonna be a picture of Kisaragi in an action pose. It's like Kisaragi's ready to eat some ass.
It's gonna be on the packaging.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, that's it for the TaviRadio podcast, SatAM.
Yeah, join us.
Thanks for tuning in again.
Yeah, I've been Lycan Jones.
I've been Tabby Your Face.
And buy our book.
On behalf of the staff and management of Czech Television, we hope you have enjoyed our evening programming and that you will be able to join us again tomorrow.